Hey, this is Tracy with RoadDawgOnline.com. Right now I've got John Spittle with Trace Adkins. What led you to Nashville?
Well, I grew up in the LA area, and my brother's a bass player. Actually moved to Nashville before I did, about a year. And man, he just called and says, "There's a ton of work out here." And I said, "Man, I want to move to Nashville." You know. And my wife said, "Great place to raise the kids, better than LA." And so I moved sight unseen, packed my bags, moved, and it's been very rewarding, tough, you know, ups and downs. But man, it's been great.
What kind of stuff were you doing in LA?
I was playing mainly rock stuff. I was in a rock band in the 80s called Sahara, Headbangers Ball, all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know, and doing that stuff. And then I was doing a lot of jingles, you know, that kind of stuff, and little demo sessions, and playing clubs and anything you do to make a living. You know. So coming to Nashville was a little culture shock, but it was good in a nice way, you know, a lot slower.
How did the Trace Adkins gig come about?
Well, I actually got it through a road manager I used to work with a couple different artists, Paul Brandt and Aaron Tippin and stuff, and Chris Cagle, and he just called me and just said, "Hey man, they're gonna make a change." So
you were there for it?
Came in sight unseen, kind of, you know. Here we go, no rehearsal.
Oh,
hang
really?
on, yeah, hang on, you know.
Was that tough, or were you ready for it?
I felt I was prepared until, you know, it's time to count it off, and you go, "Oh boy, here we go." Yeah, it was good. I'm here 6 years later.
How have you seen Trace's gig change from when you joined to now?
Oh man, it's grown a ton. When we were, I first joined, it was all of us on one bus, including Trace, and towing a trailer, you know, and it just, as it's progressed, he just keeps getting more hits and doing better, you know, and of course as he gets better, it's better for us. And now it's 3 buses, 2 semis, you know, get to travel with just band guys on our bus, and you know, the spots get better, you know, beats playing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and the sun beating down on you, and you're playing 30 to 40 minutes, you know, and set up, cram, get up there, do your set, cram, throw it in, and then you're done. He did that apprentice thing, you know, and that just put him through the roof, you know, between that and he's had some good radio success. Yeah man, it's just been, you know, crowds, he fills up a place quick, you know, and it's a lot big mixture too, you know, from Badonkadonk to his new song, and it's the apprentice, you know, he's got everybody from, you know, an 18-year-old girl to, you know, a 60-year-old woman, guys, girls, it doesn't matter, you see it all. Maybe your approach to the gig, I think as time goes on, you realize that, you know, when you got a gig when you first start, and you're wanting to prove yourself, as we've talked before, you know, trying to, you know, so-and-so's watching me, I gotta prove myself. And then as time goes on, I think you realize that your gig's gotten better. You must be doing something right to keep your gig. And you just realize, man, I just play the way I play. They're either gonna like it or hate it. It really doesn't matter. And you just work, and then it gets to the next level to where you just go, wow, how did I get from there to here? And you go, well, I better work to keep it, you know, and get that mental mind frame. What can I do to keep my bandmates happy, my artists happy, and that kind of stuff, you know, not worry about everybody else.
How does the song grow when it's played live?
I think you use the CD cut as a basis. You gotta learn the signature licks. You gotta cop the feel of the tune and the kick patterns with the bass player, and you know, all those kind of things. But I'm fortunate enough to with Trace, he lets us all use that as a basis and make it our own, you know, and because, you know, sometimes that doesn't work live. It gets real sterile. Those guys are great, they're awesome musicians, but they're making it sound good for the record, and then you've got to translate that for the crowd. So for me, it's you know, you learn the stuff and you put your personality on it, you know, and a lot of, you know, there's times we take a song and chop it up. We may put different sections in it, and, you know, some different little instrumental pieces in it just to make it exciting, you know. and played a little more aggressive than the tick tock.
Got that energy.
Yeah.
Now, you're playing with a click on everything? Almost everything?
Everything, yeah.
What's the challenge in playing with that? Still making it?
Yeah, still make it feel like you're not.
Yeah.
You know, still having that aggression when you're playing the hard songs, you know, and that laid back on the ballads, that real behind the beat kind of feel. Because it's real easy to just play click, 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 click. So, you know, I usually put it soft in my ears so I don't rely on it so heavy.
How free are you guys, especially you, to interpret what you like to add in as far as your personality and what Trace likes and what's on the record? Does it just kind of flow, or you try things and get the look, or how's it okay?
I mean, I've gotten the look, you know, they're like, okay, that's enough, calm down, you know, or you get the look like, hey, yeah. And over time, being with them for 6 years, you kind of know what he likes and doesn't like. But if it's someone you're not familiar with, you know, you just test them a little bit at a time. But for the most part, he lets us, like I said, you know, lets us do what we're going to do. And we don't overplay at all by any means. But you know, I want to change a feel here and there, and I want to do something different, I can, you know. But Trace is a guy that likes things pretty laid out for him. So once you get that, kind of play that for the most part. You know, there are sections where you can mix it up, but man, yeah, it does. You have to take it from the basis and just make it your own. Otherwise, you're just an overpaid cover band.
What gear are you playing these days?
I'm endorsed by Ludwig. Been with Ludwig for 4 years now. They've been great. I play a 26-inch bass, Black Beauty snare, 10, 12, 16, 18. They're all maple shells. And I love them, man. They're great. Todd at Ludwig's been great to me. Remo heads, endorsed with Sabian, so I use all Sabian cymbals.
You're running tracks.
Mm-hmm.
What are you running on those tracks?
There's one song that has the swing, has the announcer's voice on it. There might be some string stuff here and there, that, like Arlington, but there's no physical way. They layer so much stuff on those records that he could play piano and play the string parts at the same time. So he had the string parts on there. Other than that, that's really about it. I mean, most of it's loops and click track, you know, and all the loops and stuff we do is all us. I mean, that's us playing it, programming it. We don't grab stuff from the record. We do all that stuff. We got a program called Sonar is what we use. It's just like Pro Tools, it's all WAV files. Or it's on a laptop. I just use a Dell laptop, you know, PC based.
What's your favorite aspect of this gig?
Man, I would just say probably just get a chance to play with some of my favorite players in Nashville. Love the way everybody in the band plays, and you know, and it's good, high energy show. You know, that's my thing. I don't know if I could do a gig where it was all just ballads. Yeah, you know, it's a good, high energy, in your face show.
Thank you, John.
No problem.
Appreciate it. This is Tracy with RoadDawgOnline.com and John Spittle with Trace Adkins. And we're done.